So we're going to start out with the eyes today, and I'm taking the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer and just putting that on as a base for my eyeshadow, and then I'm setting it with some translucent powder, and I'm going to be using the 35O palette today, taking this light brown. I'm just going to be making this my transition shade, so I'm just taking it on a fluffy brush and putting it all over my crease. And I'm taking this slightly darker brown shade. This is just going to make sure all the colors are going to blend very nicely together and we don't go in with just a dark shadow right away. Then I'm taking the next darker brown in the palette, and I'm taking a more dense brush and putting that in the crease as well. And then I'm going to be taking this warm chocolatey brown and putting this mostly on the outer edge of my eye and just making sure it is blending but also packs a punch on the outer part, and then sweeping it into the crease as well, and then like I'm doing there is flicking it into the inner part of my eye. Then I'm just blending to make sure there's no harsh lines. Now I'm going to be taking this darker brown on a flat brush just so that it packs on the color better and putting that right over that same color. And I just want to make sure this is nice and dark, and I'm also kind of flicking it out as a wing as well because we're going to be cleaning that up afterwards. Then I'm just blending out the edges with that denser blending brush. And then I'm going to be taking this warm, almost red color. It's kind of like red clay is how I think about it. And I'm putting that a little bit above that dark brown. And then I'm going to be taking one of my favorite shades in the palette. It is this fiery, shimmery, metallic red. It is stunning. I love this shade in the palette. And I'm just blending the brown and the red together so that there's no harsh lines, of course. Then I'm taking this really, really pretty shimmery light color. It's gorgeous. I'm putting that on the inner corner of my eye. I'm just using my finger and then blending those two colors together. So you just want to make sure everything's nice and blended. And then I'm packing on more of the red shade because I thought some of it kind of got blended away. And then I'm going to be taking that light brown again and just blending out the edges of my eye. And then I'm just going to clean up with some makeup remover so that we have a nice clean line. And I'm taking my NYC liquid liner and just putting a line because we are going to be using false lashes eventually. So I just want to make sure there was a line to hide the lash band. Then I'm just going to be curling my lashes, and then eventually I'm going to be applying mascara. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. It is one of my favorites by far. I love it so much. Then I'm using the, what is it called? Oh yeah, Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm as my primer. Then the Better Skin foundation by Maybelline, and then the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. The Matte and Poreless is really pink on my skin, and then the other one is more yellow, so I combined them and it was the perfect shade for what I am right now. Then I'm going to be taking the NYX Dark Circle Corrector in light, and I'm putting that underneath my eyes to hide my dark circles. This is a great, great product. I love it so much. Then I'm taking the Age Rewind Concealer again and just putting them everywhere that I usually do, under my eyes, on my chin, Cupid's bow, and nose and forehead. And then I'm just blending it out with my Real Technique sponge as always. And my sponge is damp, by the way, if you didn't know that. I love blending out my concealer that way. Then I'm taking the Coty Airspun Loose Powder and Translucent and just setting everywhere that I put the concealer, and then I'm going to be taking a bigger brush and setting the rest of my face. I just like doing this so my makeup doesn't move and it stays in place all day long, and I love this powder so much. I'm going to be taking these Eyelure Dramatic number 202 lashes. They are very dramatic, more dramatic than I've ever worn, but I really, really like them for this look because this look is dramatic. Then I'm going to be taking my NYC Sunny Bronzer in this e.l.f. I think it's complexion brush, and then bronzing up my skin more. I just love this bronzer, and this brush works really well for bronzer as well. And then I'm taking the Wet n Wild palette and I'm going to be contouring with this color. I don't remember which palette this is. It's the older one before they reformulated it, but I think it's in Caramel Toffee, but don't quote me on that. I'll put it down below. Then I'm going to be taking the 9B palette by Morphe and this really, really pretty pink shade. It is a matte blush, and I just thought it worked perfectly with this look. Then I'm taking the Shimmer Strips by Physicians Formula and putting that on the cheekbones, the nose, like down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and then underneath my brow just to lift it all. I love this highlighter. I did take a end of a brush and kind of scrape off the top layer though because it was kind of stiff before. Then I'm going to be taking that light brown shade, putting it underneath my eye, and then the really pretty red shade and putting that underneath my eye as well with a pencil brush. And then I'm taking this light shimmery shade and putting this in the inner corner. Can we just talk about how beat up my 35O is, by the way? It's so sad. And then I'm going to be taking my mascara again and putting this on my lower lashes, and then I'm taking the retractable lip pencil from NYX, and it is in natural, and I'm lining my lips, and then I'm also going to be filling them in before I put on Soft Spoken by NYX. This is one of their, what is it called? Oh yeah, Liquid Suede lipsticks. I love them so much, and Soft Spoken is my all-time favorite one of them. It is so pretty. I love it so, so much. After I do this lipstick, then I'm just going to be setting my face with some Wet n Wild setting spray, and I will be all done with this look. I'm just bathing myself in this setting spray. It's just so nice, and I love this setting spray so much. And I'm just going to be fanning my face so it dries a little bit faster, and I am all done with this look. I hope you guys love this look as much as I do. I think it is so perfect for a night out. So I'll see you next time. Bye!